Legacy Standard Bible Reading, 1 Kings 5. Then Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants to Solomon. When he heard that they had anointed him king in place of his father, for Hiram had always been one who loved David. And Solomon sent to Hiram, saying, You know that David my father was unable to build a house for the name of Yahweh, blessed be his holy name, his God, because of the wars which surrounded him, until Yahweh put them under the soles of his feet. But now Yahweh my God has given me rest on every side. There is neither adversary nor calamity. So behold, I intend to build a house for the name of Yahweh my God, as Yahweh spoke to David my father, saying, Your son, whom I will set on your throne in your place, he will build the house for my name. So now command that they cut for me cedars from Lebanon, and my servants will be with you, your servants. And I will give you wages for your servants according to all that you say, for you know that there is no one among us who knows how to cut timber like the Sidonians. Now it happened when Hiram heard the words of Solomon, he was very glad and said, Blessed be Yahweh today, who has given to David a wise son over his great people. So Hiram went sent to Solomon, saying, I have heard which you have sent me. I will do what you desire concerning the cedar and cypress timber. My servants will bring down from Lebanon to the sea, and I will make them into rafts by sea to the place where you direct me, and I will have them broken up there, and you shall carry away. Then you shall accomplish my desire by giving food to my household. So Hiram gave Solomon as much as he desired of the cedar and cypress timber. Solomon then gave Hiram 20,000 cores of wheat as food for his household, and 20 cores of beaten oil. Thus Solomon would give Hiram year by year. Now Yahweh gave wisdom to Solomon, just as he promised him, and there was peace between Hiram and Solomon, and the two of them cut a covenant. And King Solomon raised up forced laborers from all Israel, and the forced laborers numbered 30,000 men, and he sent them to Lebanon, 10,000 a month in shifts. They were in Lebanon a month, 2 months at home. And Adoniram over the forced laborers, and Solomon had 70,000 who carried loads, and 80,000 hewers in the mountains, besides Solomon's 3,300 chief deputies who were over the project, who ruled over the people who were doing the work. Then the king commanded, and they quarried great stones, precious stones, to lay the foundation of the house with cut stones. So Solomon's builders and Hiram builders and the Gibeonites carved them out and prepared the timbers and the stone to build the house. First Kings 6. Now it happened in the 480th year after the sons of Israel came out of the land of Egypt. In the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month of Ziv, which is the second month, that he began to build the house of Yahweh. As for the house which King Solomon built for Yahweh, its length 60 cubits, and its width 20, and its height 30 cubits, and the porch in front of the nave of the house 20 cubits in length, corresponding to the width of the house, its depth along the front of the house 10 cubits. Also for the house he made windows with frames. And he built against the wall of the house stories encompassing the walls of the house around, both the nave and the inner sanctuary. Thus he made side chambers all around, the lowest story 5 cubits wide, and the middle 6 cubits wide, and the third 7 cubits wide. For on the outside he made offsets of the house all around in order that would not be inserted in the walls of the house. The house while it was being built was built of stone prepared at the quarry, and there was neither hammer nor axe nor any iron tool heard in the house while it was being built. The doorway for the lowest side chamber on the right side of the house, and they would go up by winding stairs to the middle, and from the middle to the third. So he built the house and completed it, and he paneled the house with beams and planks of cedar. He also built the stories against the whole house, each 5 cubits high, and they were fastened to the house with timbers of cedar. And the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying, This house which you are building, if you will walk in my statutes and do my judgments and keep all my commandments by walking in them, then I will establish my word with you, which I spoke to David your father, and I will dwell among the sons of Israel, and I will not forsake my people Israel. So Solomon built the house and completed it. Then he built the walls of the house on the inside with boards of cedar from the floor of the house to the ceiling. He overlaid on the inside with wood. And he overlaid the floor of the house with boards of cypress. And he built 20 cubits on the rear part of the house with boards of cedar from the floor to the ceiling. He built for it on the inside as an inner sanctuary, as the Holy of Holies. And the house that is the nave in front of was 40 cubits. And there was cedar on the house within, carved of gourds and open flowers. All was cedar, there was no stone seen. Then he prepared an inner sanctuary within the house in order to place there the ark of the covenant of Yahweh. Now the inner sanctuary, 20 cubits in length, 20 cubits in width, and 20 cubits in height, and he overlaid it with pure gold. He also overlaid the altar with cedar. So Solomon overlaid the inside of the house with pure gold, and he drew chains of gold across the front of the inner sanctuary. He overlaid it with gold. So he overlaid the whole house with gold until all the house was finished. Also the whole altar, which was by the inner sanctuary, he overlaid with gold. Also in the inner sanctuary he made 2 cherubim of olive wood, each 10 cubits high, and 5 cubits the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits the other wing of the cherub. From the end of one wing to the end of the other wing, 10 cubits. The other cherub also 10 cubits, both the cherubim were of the same nature and the same form. The height of the one cherub 10 cubits, and so the other cherub. He put the cherubim in the midst of the inner house, and the wings of the cherubim were spread out so that the wing of the one was touching the wall, and the wing of the other cherub was touching the other wall, and their wings were touching each other in the center of the house. He also overlaid the cherubim with gold. Then he carved all the walls of the house round about with carved engravings of cherubim, palm trees, and all open flowers from the inner and outer. And he overlaid the floor of the house with gold in the inner and outer. For the entrance of the inner sanctuary he made doors of olive wood, the lintel, 5-sided doorposts. So 2 doors of olive wood, and he carved on them carvings of cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers, and overlaid them with gold. And he spread the gold on the cherubim and on the palm trees. So also he made for the entrance of the nave 4-sided doorposts of olive wood, and 2 doors of cypress wood. The 2 leaves of the one door turned on pivots, and the 2 leaves of the other door turned on pivots. And he carved cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers, and he overlaid with gold evenly applied on the engraved work. And he built the inner court with 3 rows of cut stone and a row of cedar beams. In the fourth year, the foundation of the house of Yahweh was laid in the month of Ziv. Now in the 11th year, in the month of Bul, which is the 8th month, the house was completely completed throughout all its parts and according to all its plans. So he built it in 7 years. Second Chronicles 2. Then Solomon decided to build a house for the name of Yahweh and a royalty place for himself. So Solomon numbered 70,000 men to carry loads of 80,000 men to hew in the mountains and 3,600 to direct them. Then Solomon sent to Huram the king of Tyre, saying, As you dealt with David my father and sent him settlers to build him a house to live in, behold, I am about to build a house for the name of Yahweh my God. Set it apart to him as holy, to burn fragrant incense before him, and to show bread continually, and to offer burnt offerings morning and evening, and on Sabbath and on new moons, and on the appointed feast of Yahweh our God. This forever in Israel. Now the house which I am about to build, great, for greater is our God than all the gods. But who is able to build a house for him? For the heavens and the highest heavens cannot contain him. So who am I that I would build a house for him, except to burn before him? So now send me a wise man to work in gold, silver, brass, and iron, and in purple, crimson, and blue, and who knows how to make engravings to with the wise men whom I have in Judah and in Jerusalem, and whom David my father prepared. Send me also cedar, cypress, and algum timber from Lebanon, for I know that your servants know how to cut timber of Lebanon, and behold, my servants with your servants, to prepare timber in abundance for me for the house which I am about to build, great and wonderful. And behold, I will give to your servants the woodsmen who cut the timber 20,000 cores of crushed wheat, and 20,000 cores of barley, and 20,000 baths of wine, and 20,000 baths of oil. Then Huram king of Tyre said in a letter sent to Solomon, Because Yahweh loves his people, he has given you king over them. Then Huram said, Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel, who has made heaven and earth, who has given King David a wise son, knowledgeable in insight and understanding, who will build a house for Yahweh and a royal palace for himself. So now I am sending Huram, Abi, a wise man who is knowledgeable in understanding, the son of a Danite woman, and a Tyrian father, who knows how to work in gold, silver, bronze, iron, stone, and wood, and purple, blue linen, and crimson fabrics, and to make all kinds of engravings, and to devise any design which may be given to him. With your wise men and with the wise men of my lord David your father. So now let my lord send to his servants with them barley, oil, and wine, of which he has spoken, and we will cut whatever timber you need from Lebanon and bring it to you on rafts by sea to Joppa, so that you may carry it up to Jerusalem. Then Solomon numbered all the sojourners who in the land of Israel, following the census which his father David had taken, and 153,600 were found. And he made 70,000 of them to carry loads, and 80,000 as hewers in the mountains, and 3,600 directors to make the people work. Second Chronicles 3. Then Solomon began to build the house of Yahweh in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah. Blessed be the name of the Lord, where had appeared to his father David, at the place that David had prepared on the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. Then he began to build in the second month of the fourth year of his reign. Now these are the foundations which Solomon laid for building the house of God. The length in cubits according to the old standard, 60 cubits, width 20 cubits. And the porch which was in front of the house was as long as the width of the house, 20 cubits, and the height 120, and inside he overlaid it with pure gold. Now he overlaid the main room with cypress wood and overlaid it with fine gold, and ornamented it with palm trees and chains. Further he overlaid the house with precious stones for beauty, and the gold was from Parvaim. He also covered the house with gold, the beams, the thresholds, and its walls and its doors, and he carved cherubim on the walls. He made the room of the Holy of Holies its length across the width of the house, 20 cubits, and its width 20 cubits, and he covered it with fine gold, to 600 talents. Now the weight of the nails was 50 shekels of gold. He also covered the upper room with gold. Then in the room of the Holy of Holies he made 2 cherubim of passion work and overlaid them with gold. Now the wingspan of the cherubim 20 cubits, the wing of one of 5 cubits. He touched the wall of the house, and other wing of the 5 cubits touched the wing of the other cherub. And the wing of the other cherub of 5 cubits touched the wall of the house. Another wing of 5 cubits was attached to the wing of the first cherub. The wings of this cherubim extended 20 cubits, and they stood on their feet facing the room. And he made the veil of blue, purple, crimson, and fine linen, and he ornamented cherubim on it. He also made 2 pillars for the front of the house, 25 cubits high, and the capital on the top of each 5 cubits. He made chains in the inner sanctuary and put on the top of the pillars, and he made 100 pomegranates and put on the chains. Thus he set up the pillars in front of the temple, one on the right and one on the left, and named the one on the right Yachin, and the one on the left Boaz. Amen.